Hey there, Ramon Newman here. So I want to share with you an insight I've had over the last couple of months observing leaders as they're progressing, and how some leaders have had more receptivity and support for what they want to see happen, and how some leaders have not got that full receptivity and support. And I want to share this with you because I believe it's an important insight for being able to be the most successful leader, have the most successful leadership destiny that you can possibly have. So as leaders, we can either lead and progress and learn the hard, kind of stressful, rough way where we're going through a lot of trial and error, learning a lot of lessons, and that's obviously part of the equation for all of us. But we don't really want to have to do that or favor that, because it does tend to take up more time, money, and energy than necessary. And then there's the other side of the equation where we're able to progress in a more smart, more smooth, more evolutionary way, where we're able to get more support from our environment, more receptivity for what we want to see happen, and we're actually doing what is best, not just for ourselves, but everyone in our environment and our marketplace. So based on these two kind of co-opposites, I've realized that those that are more caught up in the intellectual, knowledge-based approach to leadership, which is very much caught up in the why, the what, the how, the when, and the where. And that's all very useful and important parts of business, but it is in actual fact limited. It's based on what you can pick up with your mind, your emotions, your ego, and your intellect. And that's useful, but it's limited, as I said. So the other side of the equation is really adopting a more evolutionary knowledge-based approach to leadership, which is really about unfolding more of who you are, more of your inner capacity and coherence of who you are, and then that has a better effect on the why, the what, the how, the when, and the where. And I've found that leaders who are just relying on this intellectual knowledge-based approach to their leadership, they're the ones having the difficulty in getting the support and receptivity for what they want to see happen. They're doing things the hard way. In fact, one leader had a breakdown. Another leader wasn't able to get the deal that he wanted, a multi-$100 million deal. And then we noticed one leader who'd been very intellectually based in his approach to leadership, and then he was supported to take a more evolutionary knowledge-based approach, and he went from being very stressed and frustrated to actually being very calm and relaxed, and actually things fell into place and he actually got what he wanted, a real breakthrough. And he's a completely different space now than he was before a few weeks ago. So it's really about this evolutionary knowledge-based approach is really about aligning with that deeper level intelligence that is already organizing very naturally, that's making our heart beat without us having to tell it, food digest without us having to give direction to it. So it's being in tune with that level of intelligence and coherence that is really innate and inherent in you and in everybody. And by aligning with that and bringing more of that out, then what you find is that you're becoming more of who you are, and that's what people are really wanting to be connected to and support and be receptive towards. And so what are you doing to really bring out more of who you are, to tap into that deeper potential that you ultimately are, so that more of who you are is able to have a greater effect on the why, the what, the when, the how, and the where. So curious as to your experience in this regard. Look forward to your comments and questions.